Today's Tuesday, February 14th, 2023, and I'm going to keep reading from Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 16. Send ye the lamb to the ruler of the land, from Selah to the wilderness, unto the mount of the daughter of Zion. For it shall be that, as a wandering bird cast out of the nest, so the daughters of Moab shall be at the fords of Arnon. Interesting, I literally just saw a video this morning of a bird, a stork, kicking one of the babies out of the nest. And birds are pretty ruthless. Take counsel, execute judgment. Make thy shadow as the night in the midst of the noonday. Hide the outcasts. Bewray not him that wandereth. Let mine outcast dwell with thee, Moab. Be thou a covert to them that face from the face of the spoiler. For the extortioner is at an end, the spoiler ceaseth, the oppressors are consumed out of the land. And in mercy shall the throne be established, and he shall sit upon it in truth, in the tabernacle of David, judging and seeking judgment, and hasting righteousness. We have heard of the pride of Moab. He is very proud, even of his haughtiness and his pride, and his wrath, but his lies shall not be so. Therefore shall Moab howl for Moab. Every one shall howl. For the foundations of Kirharaseth shall ye mourn. Surely they are stricken. For the fields of Heshbon languish, and the vine of Sibmah. The lords of the heathen have broken down the principal plants thereof. They are come even to Jazer. They wandered through the wilderness. Her branches are stretched out. They are gone over the sea. Therefore I will bewail with the weeping of Jazer, the vine of Sibmah. I will water thee with my tears, O Heshbon, and Alilah, for the shouting, for thy summer fruits, and for thy harvest is fallen. So definitely continuing with this theme of calling reference to all sorts of places that it would be interesting to pick any one of these places and see what you can find out about them through historical documents. But it's always so... I never really trust much of the information that comes out of, Wikipedia when you just type these things in today and where they tell you it is today. I'm pretty dubious of a lot of those claims. And gladness is taken away, and joy out of the plentiful field, and in the vineyards there shall be no singing, neither shall there be shouting. The treaders shall tread out no wine in their presses. I have made their vintage shouting to cease. Wherefore my bowels shall sound like an harp for Moab, and mine inward parts for Kiraresh. And it shall come to pass, when it is seen that Moab is weary on the high place, that he shall come to his sanctuary to pray, but he shall not prevail. This is the word that the Lord hath spoken concerning Moab since that time. But now the Lord hath spoken, saying, Within 3 years, as the years of an hireling, and the glory of Moab shall be contemned, with all that great multitude, and the remnant shall be very small and feeble. So really, this is just continuing the theme of talking about the fall of this great empire. And I guess this just goes to show you that all it takes is 3 years, and one of the biggest places in all of history can just come to naught. That's all it takes. And think of if the system shut down, if people stopped getting electricity from the government and the supermarkets stopped functioning, if people stopped believing in the power of the paper money with Illuminati stuff drawn on it, just imagine how quickly societies would crumble. 3 years sounds about right for how there would barely be anybody left by 3 years if the NWO system just decided to shut down. I think most people would be gone within 3 years. So I guess before ending the video, it's worth just pointing out, just because I've been mentioning it, because Moab is a place that they call this deserted wasteland looking area in Utah, and the Bible keeps talking about Moab being like a high place, and it's just very interesting that it's like one of the most highly elevated places, I mean, in America, but also just for anywhere in the world. It's in an area that's very high elevation. And so that's just another interesting connection between what today is called Moab, and the Bible mentions Moab being high, and it literally is really, really high elevation. Here's Utah, I think it's the 3rd highest elevation state. That's it for this video. God bless everyone.